Hello, everyone, and welcome back to On the Beat. I'm Stephen Bailey, as always, joined by David Wilson. Syracuse beat Clemson 57-44 tonight to improve to 23-0. The longest winning streak in Syracuse history. It matches it. The last time Syracuse did it was spanning the 1916-17 and 1917-18 seasons. Pretty easy win against Clemson tonight. CJ had 19, bounced back from a tough performance. How big was that from him, and what do you think he did differently tonight?
I think the big thing was just getting some time off. They use him a ton. He got a minute off today at the end of the game, which is pretty rare for him. Against Duke, he took a ton of shots in that game. I think he was just exhausted for that Notre Dame game, mentally and physically. He got some days off before this one, and he was able to get to the rim more. Notre Dame does a really good job of cutting you off there. Clemson, not quite as good of it, even though they do have some good shot blockers. He was able to get to the rim and give himself a little bit of a rhythm early.
For Syracuse, the big story coming out of the game was by Musakita, sprained right knee. He injured it late in the first half. After a double team in the corner, he went to go try and stop a dunk, Jerome Blossom game, and he came down awkwardly on his right foot. He didn't play in the second half. He's day-to-day moving forward, and that leaves Syracuse with only Rakeem Christmas as their healthy center. Dajuan Coleman underwent season-ending surgery a couple weeks ago for a knee injury himself. And we saw Jeremy Grant play 8 minutes and 40 seconds at the center position today. How worried should Syracuse fans be?
It's a concern. The hope for them at this point is that By Musakita's injury isn't serious. He was limping, but he was walking on it after the game. He had a brace on his knee. Grant's obviously not your ideal guy to have in the middle, and if Christmas can stay out of foul trouble, you can still probably play him close to 30 minutes a game at this point, I think. With Grant, he'll get better there. He got in there without pretty much any experience there. He was decent. He's got the length to play the position. So, the bigger concern is, can Rakeem Christmas stay out of foul trouble? Foul trouble is already a concern without Dajuan Coleman. It's even bigger now, I think.
Well, you look at in the next game playing Pittsburgh on Wednesday.
Yeah, they got some good big men.
Talib Zahn, I'll be impressed if Rakeem Christmas stays out of foul trouble in that game. And talking with Jeremy Grant, he said the hardest thing about playing the position, which he said he hadn't played since middle school, is rebounding. And I would imagine so, rebounding in the middle of that zone. You don't know where anyone else is. The awareness factor must be very different. Do you think Syracuse can, be a national contender with Jeremy Grant as their second center?
A national contender, yes, but are they? I think with By Musakita,
how big of a hit is
most people would pick them to go to the Final Four with By Musakita on the roster. Without him, it'd be more of a concern. Maybe you're just expecting the second weekend of the tournament. That said, they still only allowed 44 points. Not that Clemson is an offensive juggernaut, but they scored 40. They allowed 44 points, and we're not making a big deal out of it at all because that's how good this defense is.
Absolutely. Well, Syracuse returns to action on Wednesday against Pittsburgh. Again, Syracuse beats Clemson 57-44 to improve to 23-0. Be sure to check dailyorange.com for complete coverage of the game, and as always, follow us on Twitter at DO Sports. Thanks for watching.